Vali laughed at him. He told Tara and the other women, go away. He asked them to go back to the palace, and by himself he turned towards Dundubi with a smile and said, Matto yamiti mamamstha yajjabhitosi samyuge madoyam sampraharesmin veerapanam samarthyata. Dundubi, do not imagine that I am intoxicated. If indeed you are not afraid of fighting, now if you are afraid of fighting, you want some time, you tell me. But don't think I am intoxicated. You had better understand, you had better realize that the drinks I have are but what a warrior takes before he steps into battle. Saying this, he put on in great anger, he had a golden necklace given to him by Indra, which he put on around his neck, his father Mahendra, and he took his stand ready for battle, and they started having a serious fight. They fought ferociously in their anger, both being bent on victory, and Vali was equal to Indra in his prowess. And Dundubi was very powerful. They all fought, they attacked each other with their fists, with their knees and all of that. Rocks and the trees, they smashed into each other. But the Asura was going down, he was going weak, and Vali was going up in strength. And finally, Vali seized him by his horns, lifted him up, and whirling around, he raised him high and smashed him to the ground and drank out his life. He killed him. And then in great joy, Vali picked up the huge Dundubi with one hand, threw him away 2 yojanas distance. And this Dundubi, when he was smashed to the ground and he died, blood just came out of his nose and his ears and his mouth. He was bleeding, and Vali took up that body and he just tossed it across the mountain, few yojanas distance with one hand, ready to go back for the night. But as the body was flying, blood started falling from that body, and carried by the wind it fell in the forest and fell in the ashrama of Matanga Rishi. The blessed Rishi, Tapasvi Matanga, noticing blood falling from the sky, he said, who is this wicked creature who is showering blood in the ashrama? Who is this silly fool lacking in self-control who is doing this wicked thing? And then he saw in his self who it could be, and he realized what was happening, and then he quickly went out and he saw this huge Dundubi had fallen nearby. The carcass, dead body of Dundubi had fallen there. He knew that this was the doing of Vali, and he said, Ihattena praveshtavyam pravishtasya vadho bhavet Manam mat samshrayam yena dushitam rudirasravaihi. He who has done this shall not enter this forest. If he does, he will die. He cursed. He will die. If the fool who has polluted this ashrama and this forest where I live, and who has wrecked the trees by throwing the body of the Asura here, if he comes within 10 yojanas of my ashrama, he shall die without the least doubt. Those of his ministers who are staying in this forest, they should also not stay here any longer. Let them get out while the going is good. If they remain in this forest, which I have treated like my own child, and if they continue to stay here and do havoc to the tender roots and shoots and fruits and all of that which I am growing in this forest, I shall curse them too. I give them till dawn tomorrow morning. If I find any of them here afterwards, after tomorrow morning, such an ape will be turned into stone for thousands of years. On hearing what the sage said, the apes in the forest decided not to wait till tomorrow morning. So they immediately packed and left. They went straight to Vali, and Vali said, no, what brings you all here? He had just recovered from a great fight, and it was still adrenaline was pumping in his body and feeling good. And this, all these people are coming for him. What happened? I hope all is well in the woods. They told him, this is king, this has happened, and Matanga Rishi has issued a mighty curse, and you have actually told him about what he has been cursed, etc. He said, oh my God. He said, no. And he quickly went, he said, I'll talk to the Rishi. So he went, there was time. So he went and folded hands to beg the Rishi to be forgiven. But the sage was aloof, and he looked at him, he didn't reply to him, he went off inside the ashrama. Now fear started in Vali, saying anything can happen. So he quickly left the place, afraid of the curse. So Sugriva tells Rama, knowing about this curse, I have entered this forest because Vali is afraid of entering here. So that is why I am taking refuge here, Rama. Now, let me show you that Dundubi skeleton. He takes Rama. A huge skeleton is lying in the forest. Now Matanga Rishi is no more. That Matangas that he had already during Sabari has been with Matanga Rishi's ashrama only. That. So, huge skeleton is lying there. Like a mountain peak it's looking. He says, that is Dundubi skeleton. Rama, look at these trees. Huge shala trees. Of immense girth. Massive trees. He said, Rama, Vali can, by his own strength, catch this tree around and shake it. And he can shake every leaf of this tree off the tree by shaking. That's his strength, Vali. I have given you an idea now of Vali's strength, Rama. Tell me, how do you propose to kill him? When Sugriva asked this question, Lakshmana laughed and said, what should Rama do to convince you that he will kill Vali? What do you want him? What do you want him to do? Sugriva said, okay. If Rama could pierce with his arrow this tree which Vali can shake all the leaves down, with his arrow if he can pierce right through this tree, I shall know that Vali can be slain. Having said this, he paused and he said again, and Rama should likewise with his foot, he should toss this skeleton of Dundubi which is lying here, with his foot he should toss it, and it should go at least 200 bows distance before falling. The strong ape Vali is a hero. He is a hero of heroes. He kills heroes. He has never known defeat in battle, Rama. His exploits, which even gods can hardly perform, are in evidence here. You can see it. This is Vali's work. I stay in Rishyamukha because I am in dead fear of him. Now Rama, Upalabdham chame shlagyam sanmitram mitravatsala tvamaham purusha vyagra himavantam ivashrita. Rama, Upalabdham chame shlagyam sanmitram mitravatsala. Oh Rama, I have gained your friendship. You who loves friends, I have gained you as a friend. And I have put my trust in you, O tiger among men, like someone who puts his trust, who goes to Himalaya as his refuge. Ascetic comes to Himalaya, gives up does Sharanagati to Himalaya and takes to its mountains for sadhana. Likewise, I have given my trust to you, Rama. But I happen to know the strength of that exceedingly strong, bad, wicked brother of mine. I know his strength. But aprathyaksham tume viryam samaretava raghava. Whereas of your own prowess in the battlefield, Rama, I have no personal knowledge. I don't know. Aprathyaksham. I haven't so far seen. It is not evident to me what you can do. I do not presume to compare you with anybody, Rama. No, I wouldn't do that. I am not comparing you with anyone. I don't underrate your strength, and it is not my intention to scare you either, that this is what Vali has done. I don't want to scare you. But I am afraid of Vali. I have faith in what you say. I have faith in what you say, and I know your prowess. Your prowess, Rama, your tejas is such. Your tejas I can see in you is such. It indicates your supremacy. Your tejas is clearly seen like fire is seen under the ashes. From below the ashes, fire is there. Like that, Rama's dark skin, from below that, the tejas is coming out. He's saying, I can see. On hearing these words of Sugriva, Rama answered with a smile. If you do not feel convinced about my prowess, O ape, I shall convince you. With this assurance, Rama playfully, with his big toe, he put it under Dundubi's skeleton and he heaved it, and it went flying and fell some 10 yojanas distance. Skeleton. On seeing, it was the dried up bones. It was the dried up bones of the Asura, whose body had shrunk in size. But he tossed it by the toe. He had wanted 200 bows distance. He tossed him 10 yojanas. Sugriva saw that. But as yet his fear was not gone. He told Rama, it's like this. When Vali threw it, the body was still full of flesh. It was wet. It had blood. It was fresh. But now, Raghava, my friend, it is as light as a straw. It has no flesh. It has no flesh. When my brother threw it, he threw it after a big fight. He was tired. He was fatigued. He was weary. You have done it when you are full of vigor. In these circumstances, it is not possible to judge whose strength is greater, yours or Vali's. There is a vast difference what is dry and what is wet. So, no doubt in regard to the relating strength of you two, my friend, the test still remains. If you were to pierce one of these sala trees with your arrow, then your superiority will become manifest. So, Rama, string a bow, pull it right up to your ear and shoot your mighty arrow. I am sure your arrow will pierce the tree. Rama, we need not go on talking about it. Do it. You should do this because I wish it. O Prince, I insist you do this for me. I know that in valor you are superior to anybody else, just as the sun is superior to all other luminaries in the sky, just as the mountain Himalaya is superior to all the mountains, and the lion is superior to all the other animals, so are you. But let us not go on talking about it. Just do it, Rama. No sooner he had said it, Rama had shot the arrow. Rama's arrow had gone. It had gone through one sala tree. It went through the second sala tree. The third. Through all the 7 sala trees it had pierced through. And then it encountered a mountain on the way. It pierced through that. And then it went down into the earth. And then it came out of the earth and came flying back to Rama's quiver and sat. Sugriva couldn't believe what he saw. He just fell on his feet. He just fell on Rama's feet. As Rama stood rock-like. Rama, when he gives whenever he gives a demonstration of valor, he's like that. He will be as still as a mountain. He stood like a rock. He couldn't be moved. But Sugriva was at his feet. And he said, "You can destroy with your arrows all the gods, Rama. What to speak of Vali?